So, welcome to this module. In the last module, we had a closer look on the permissions and rules so that we can build up a safer playground for Claude. And in this module, we will have a look on a very interesting and powerful concept called skills. So what is a skill? Basically, a skill is a folder on your machine, and in there's a special file called a skill.md file where you can put in your workflow instructions. And why should you do this? Because of two benefits. You don't need to repeat the same workflow instructions again and again if you're using Claude. And also you don't pollute your Claude MD file with every instructions that you might need in the future. And therefore, because we had it last time, remember, keep your Claude MD file short and precise. And therefore, if you don't want to repeat yourself, go with skills. So think of this. If we have a look here, the Claude MD file, there are your stable project rules, and the skill is a method with a reusable workflow. So, and what's also interesting to know about skills is that these are getting discovered by the AI based on the task that you want to achieve. So for example, you've written up a skill that is like a planning skill to build a feature. And when now you're typing into Claude, yeah, help me plan this feature, it will go through all your skills, find your skill because you've written in there a description that this is about a planning feature. And then Claude, based on this description, will load your skill and invoke it and use it. So this is a really nice pattern. And of course, you can also explicitly call this skill, if you like, from the CLI. So, and here's the structure of a skill. So we have the skill name folder, and there's our special file, the skill.md file, where we put all our instructions. And this is also the entry point, because if our skill is getting larger and larger and it's in one file, this is also not good. And there we can also like split it up into different files, for example, examples, scripts, references, and so on. And then we can move parts from the skill.md description into other files and then reference it back so that only these things are getting loaded during the runtime when it's needed. So, and here's the usage. First, the agent sees the name and the description of your skill and then decides to load it or not. Then when the task matched the skill, the full skill.md getting loaded and supported files getting loaded when they are needed. More information before we getting started into the hands-on is, again, we have here a hierarchy of the skills. So again, we have on the first top level the enterprise, where the manage settings that all users in the organization has access then to the skill. This is like the top one. Then we have our personal Claude folder, and in there we can define our skills and use them across all our projects. Then we have the project scoped skills. So if you only want to have skills for a dedicated project, we can put them into the project folder and there into the Claude folder. And this is then only for the project. And then we have like something like a plugin. And this is on the lower end. And yeah, a plugin. This is not the scope of this video, but that you're aware of this hierarchy here. Okay, so with this information in mind, now we go over into our boilerplate code. And here I've prepared already a skill for you. And as you've seen, I only want to have this skill into this project scope only. Therefore, I've put it in there. And now let me show you how to use it. Because we said that Claude will automatically use this skill based on the task, right? So first of all, what we can do is we can just list all of our skills by typing /skills. And then here you see then also from the personal scope, so from the user scope for all my projects, you can see it here on the right side, user. This one is, for example, a plugin. And this one here is our build skill for the project only. And basically, how the skill is crafted is on the top, we give it some metadata, and this is in a front meta styling guide. So in here, because you see it of this characters here, so this is how we like separate the metadata section from the remaining description part. And here we have now the name of our skill and also this description. And these both are important because really you need to be really prescriptive here in order to get the skill loaded when it's needed. So because here I'm writing out what this skill does. So build a complete feature from idea to the working code, API, UI, and tests. And there are also more options available for these metadata. Let me show you this. They are here. So we have name, right? The display name for the skill. We have the description. We can also give additional stuff, for example, when to use. So additional context for when Claude should invoke the skill. Let's do this. Let's add this here as well. So when to use. All right. And then some others more arguments. What is also interesting here, we can also specify the model that we would like to have on the skill. For example, in our case, when we plan something, we need a more sophisticated model with more reasoning. And here we can specify it. We can also define the effort, so the reasoning. And what are like here the options: low, medium, high, X, high, max. Yeah, and of course here, for example, for our planning feature, it makes sense to have like a higher effort in the thinking process. And yeah, so there are many more that you can look up here on the documentation. So now I want to show you if this is getting really invoked. Let me just switch over to another model, clear the context. I want to build a new feature where a user can give us feedback in an easy manner. And now you've seen the skill successfully loaded the skill. And now I will interrupt it and go into the context. So here we can then see what's already then loaded into the context. So here we see this visualization here, and we see also skills is there. And if we scroll further down, skills, yep, build. It takes up 40 tokens. So if you also then want to craft the skill, it's super easy. So in your project, in the Claude folder, create a new folder called skills, and in there create a new folder with the name of your skill. For example, now we have like, let's say just cooking, and in there craft then the skill MD file, right? Make sure that you have then first the metadata, the front meta part. So when we need like a cooking recipe, this is then maybe the cooking command. Always consider that I'm a vegetarian. Always use web search for suggesting a recipe. Yep. So I'm keeping this very short here just to show you then how it works. All right. What we can also do is, by the way, we can also inject something called some strings. So we can define here variables like this. And then later on, when the skill is invoked, this will be replaced with the concrete values that we pass in. So save this, and now we should have a new skill there. Yeah, you see cooking. So we can also explicitly call this skill, right, by typing / and then the name of the skill, aka the folder name. Okay, so what we will now do is to pimp our existing build skill, because you see it's quite huge and this is not best practice. So what I always like to do is on the Claude documentation, go in there, scroll to the top, copy the page, and then we go to a higher model because we need some more thinking power here, Opus. And then we go to like analyze our build skill and use the information from the Claude skill documentation to help us improve it. So split it up correctly and suggest maybe other relevant things that we have not considered yet. And here we have now the context of the documentation. I will also now provide the path to the skill. There we go. Now let's see what we can here improve. All right, and here's now the final result. We see that our front matter part improved, and also the markdown, the description part is way shorter than before. We've done now the correct referencing, so where we have put other similar content into different markdown files. For example, here the code templates stuff and also the Git workflow, how it works. And yeah, I guess now, and also the content itself was modified and improved because Claude scanned the new code base and did a fantastic job here. So there are two more things that I want to show you before we close this module. And the first one is that since this is again only markdown files, you can put it into Git, upload, share it with your team colleagues, can improve on. What you can also do is like from the CloudMD file reference to specific skills to be really explicit, so that when all of your team members has the same CloudMD files and all the skills, you can build up a really good workflow system that all your team colleagues will follow automatically because you have built up the system. And the second thing is, we can also, so we have seen that we can write these skills, but the nice part is, since it's only markdown, we can also get it from other people very easily. And what we can do here inside the CLI is, for example, call find skills. And it's like a marketplace for the skills integrated here that we can search for and install. Find skills. I want the grill me skill. And so I'm now searching for this grill me skill, but you can also like search there more abstract. For example, I need a skill to test my front end or stuff like that. I'm really explicit here because I want to use this skill later on when we are building the features on the Headshot AI SaaS. And this skill was created by Matt Pocock. And this, as you can see here, where is it? 150K installs. This is this is huge. And it's because the skill itself is really useful in terms of the whole planning a feature. Installed, and it installed this directly in my personal folder. As you can see it here, it was shortly popped up. So now anywhere now, for example, I am now here in the headshot AI, right? I'm actually now one level above. And if I now invoke Claude here and go to skills, you see, for example, that our build skill is not there anymore because we've not invoked it in the project. But we have all of my user skills, and you see here the new Grimmy skill that we can now invoke. So that's it for this module. Remember, put your repeated workflow instructions into a skill. If your skill is growing, make sure to correctly split it up. A skill is discovered by the AI, and you can also invoke it explicitly over the CLI. Don't pollute your Claude MD. Put all the stuff into a skill file. Get familiar with the different front metadata and the string substitutions on the documentation. Find skills from other people. Enjoy playing around. See you in the next one.